I'm trying!
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at Easter eggs and hidden references in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Shirley's letter. While exploring Marshall College early on in the game, you can find Indy's classroom, seen in one of Raiders of the Lost Ark's many iconic scenes. In there, you can find sketches about his various adventures, an apple on his desk, an Easter egg in its own right, and on another desk a letter. This letter is from Shirley, the student who famously writes "love you" on her eyelids in an attempt to seduce Indy. Her overtures don't work, but that doesn't seem to stop her as she pens a request for private tutoring because she thinks she's falling behind. Luckily, Indy has more integrity than that, though he does take the letter for his collection. Cat pictures.
Bad angle. Worth taking a picture.
While exploring the Vatican, you can find on a well-placed notice board a poster saying that somebody's beloved cat, Senor Smooshki, has gone missing. But don't worry, because Indiana Jones is of course on the case. Through some subtle platforming puzzles, you can climb onto a terracotta roof and find Senor Smooshki lounging in the sun.
What are you doing up here, kitty? Senior Smooshki, here you are.
It seems like he's not lost at all, but you can reveal his location to his owner nonetheless. There are yet more cats to photograph in the Vatican though once you get the camera, and adventure points to be had if you can collect all of them. Considering the game is sending you after a mummified cat, it's nice to have some living ones too.
Who's fooling this guy? The venerable Senior Smooshki.
Cesare Borgia. To unlock this piece of world building, you have to solve the Bulls of Blood puzzle in Castel St. Angelo. Upon arriving in Rome, the Castello is the first place Indy is able to explore, but you can come back later once you have more knowledge and equipment. Solve the puzzle and you'll find a secret door, inside which is a letter written by Cesare Borgia himself in 1502. Some gamers believe this is an elaborate reference to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but of course, Assassin's Creed is based on real events, and the Borgias really did take over the papacy and offer patronage to Leonardo da Vinci, who became Cesare's architect and engineer. Club Obi Wan.
Lao Tse will be happy.
After stealing a Japanese plane in Shanghai, you'll be treated to a few Easter eggs about this famous city's other appearance in the franchise in the opening of Temple of Doom. This game takes place after Temple of Doom, so Indy is already very familiar with the club and its nefarious owner, Lao Tse. The club is destroyed during this plane sequence, and Gina suggests to Indy that he introduce her to Lao Tse after he cryptically says that Lao is an old friend.
Oh!
An old friend.
Maybe you could introduce me while we're here.
And of course, the club itself is another reference to Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, Lucasfilm's other enormous entertainment property. Unfortunately, there's no fun musical number this time, but you can glimpse the dragon.
Sure. We can stop by for a coffee.
Marian's Note.
Oh, look. Someone's left you a gift.
She's now been in 3 of the 5 Indiana Jones movies, and remains the love of his life. But if you are hoping to see Marion Ravenwood in this game, you'll be disappointed. However, she does still appear with a handful of archived voice lines to try and explain what happened between the events of Raiders and this game. He lies to Marcus about who gave him the journal, but we get to see the note, and the journal remains an integral part of the adventure, and the UI from then on. Luckily, he'll soon be distracted by Gina, the nun he meets in the Vatican, with minimal time to dwell on Marion and their broken engagement.
Is spying on people part of your daily nun routine, sister?
The Waterfall.
I am being still.
While exploring the jungle, you can come across a waterfall at the back of the pond. Wade through the pond to explore the waterfall and see if there's any treasure. Well, unfortunately there isn't, but there is a wild snake, which will hiss and then slither away underneath a rock when Indy finds it.
Alright, just a snake. Nothing more.
He reacts with terror because of his well-documented fear of snakes, but luckily it won't bite him. There aren't too many snakes in the game, but be warned, there is one huge one later on. That one you can't miss. It really wouldn't be Indiana Jones without at least one reference to his phobia. The Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Oh, What are you packing? And just where are you planning on going?
Only the essentials.
In the first explorable area in Marshall College, you'll find this mysterious map folded up on a desk. It's a map detailing the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, which theme park buffs may be familiar with. This is the name of the Indiana Jones dark ride at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, which sees a younger Indiana Jones exploring a temple in India in 1935. The map is a key part of the ride's story, as it's the thing that leads Indy to the temple's location in the first place. If you've never been all the way to California to go on that ride, this reference to the wider canon may have flown right over your head. A gun to a sword fight.
Japanese bombers!
Everybody knows this famous scene, and a lot of people probably know the story behind it. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, when Indy shoots the Master Swordsman in Cairo, this actually wasn't how the scene was meant to go. There was meant to be a sword fight, but most of the crew, including Harrison Ford, had come down with dysentery. So it was cut down to this now iconic moment where he just shoots him. This is recreated later in the Great Circle when, yet again, Indy encounters a swordsman and can simply shoot and kill him. Once you do, you can then pick up the sword and use it for yourself.
Why'd you have to do that?
Where to now?
Looks like we have to climb.
They got us.
Keep the plane straight or I can't shoot!
Okay.
Another Easter egg from the Shanghai sequence, this one is a reference to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the only movie of the original trilogy whose events are still in the future when the Great Circle takes place. While manning the machine gun at the back of the plane, if you shoot the tail of the plane too much, it'll come off dramatically, and Gina will ask what happened. Indy sheepishly says that the enemy planes hit them.
Wow! What happened?
I think we lost him.
This is the exact same line Henry Jones Sr. tells in The Last Crusade after the same thing happens. Like father, like son, eh?
Son, I'm sorry. They got us.
Secret ending. The biggest hidden secret of all is, of course, the secret ending. You actually can't get the secret ending until finishing the game, because only then are you able to actually pick up the final ancient relic you need to complete the puzzle. But as well as this ancient relic in Iraq, you have to find all 49 other ancient relics and place them in the correct slots in the wall. It's certainly not an easy puzzle, even compared to all the other puzzles in a game full of head scratchers. There are multiple combinations of items that you can do, but it'll still take a while to crack. Let us know in the comments which of these secrets you found, and if you're playing on Xbox, PC, or PS5.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.